one of you. This is the demo session for SAP Ariba, and this is going to be the complete end-to-end training part of the sessions. Okay, today we are going to have a brief overview of SAP Ariba, its features, and how SAP Ariba is going to be helpful for your career boost up, like those who are coming from the procurement background and those who are interested to build up their career in SAP Ariba as a procurement tool. And we are actually conducting this training since so long, since 2016 onwards. We are doing this SAP Ariba training. Indeed, we are the first in the market to introduce SAP Ariba training to the participants, because in those days, like 2016, 2015, it was very difficult to get the server access and all. So we were having the server access. We are not only the training company, but also we involve in project implementations and executions as well. Okay, and we provide job support and project support as well. Okay, we are into the market since 2010 onwards. Okay, providing all the SAP relevant services. Okay, and sorry, Manoj sir, there is some sort of disturbance coming from your end. Yeah, thank you. So what I'm saying here is like we have Mr. Manoj with us, who is having very vast experience. He's having approximately 16 plus years of experience altogether in SAP Ariba. I think 12 to 13 years, and rest of the experience he's having in SAP SRM, MM, and as a procurement consultant before. Okay, he's a solution architect in one of the MNC here, and he's having a lot of experience handling different sort of projects. He has done complete end-to-end implementations, rollout projects, and currently he's handling, I think, 3 to 4 projects. Okay, and not only with his working experience, but also he's a very good mentor. Okay, he has trained a lot of participants with us as well. Okay, so hope you'll be getting very good mentorship from him going forward for the sessions. So today we are just going to discuss what is Ariba, how it works, and what are the features, and majorly how it's going to be helpful to build up your career, because most of you are coming from different walks of your experiences. Like some of you may be just the procurement consultants having a domain experience, didn't use any SAP systems, and some of you may be coming from SAP MM background or any other procurement tools. Okay, so how it's going to be helpful for all of you, and what are the market share of SAP Ariba going forward, we are going to discuss in detail. You are very much free to ask any sort of questions indeed, like during the sessions, and of course we are going to have a dedicated time at the end of the demo session for every one of you to ask any sort of questions. And not only for the demo, going forward in the live sessions also we'll be having uh, very interactive sessions, and we encourage everyone to be the session to be very interactive. Okay, guys. So, hi, Manoj sir, over to you. You can share your screen, and you can start with quick introduction by to the participants. And before we proceed, guys, I request every one of you to come up with their background introduction, so that it would be easy for us to evaluate and make this demo session much better. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Manoj sir. Over to you.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yeah. Okay. So before we start this session, so I just wanted to know everyone's work background and what's your intention to learn Ariba. So you might be experienced in SAP domain or supply chain domain, procurement operations, or non-SAP or IT side. So I just wanted to understand so that we can easy to go ahead. So let me start with Sindhuja. Hi Sindhuja. Please give your short overview about your career, like which domain you are into.
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Sindhuja. I'm I worked as a procurement specialist and contracts manager. So
Mm-hmm.
I used SAP Ariba as an end user. So I was
Mm-hmm.
hoping to learn it as a functional consultant for the further careers.
Okay. Okay, so you study for all the modules or only upstream or only downstream?
I want to go learn all the modules.
No, no. An end user part, you used Ariba end to end or P2P flow as
Okay,
end
I
user?
used it as an upstream. Yeah,
Okay.
mostly for the contracts and sourcing.
Okay, okay, okay. With guided sourcing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks, Sindhuja. Um, and hi, Amol. Good morning.
Yeah, hi Manoj. Yes, good
Yeah.
morning. So, hello all. So, I'm Amol. I'm SAP consultant, and I do have 8 years of experience in consulting.
Mm-hmm.
So, the my intention to join this course is for upskilling, and
Mm-hmm.
the reason I'm getting internal opportunity to switch over Ariba SCC. So,
Mm-hmm.
there is
Okay.
a requirement, and it is asked to upskill on SCC. So, the main reason is
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you
So
wanted
I'm
to.
completely new to Ariba. Like I don't know anything. It is for me like I'm fresher here,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm expecting training from very basic level because
Yeah.
the upstream, downstream, like the word you said, I don't know that as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So from that
Okay.
level, I'm expecting.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thanks, Amol.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hi, Mamta. Mike. Okay. Mamata had some connectivity issues, mic issues. Okay. Um. Okay. Hi. Um. Akin. Hi, Akin. Today.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, I'm a procurement professional. I definitely want to understand how to be a master at Ariba because from what I understand of Ariba, and this might be a little bit conflicting, is that people have different experiences across the platform, and it's not really a uniform experience. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think user experience is something that needs to be understood in Ariba and how to benefit from the user experience, make it worthwhile. Because a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
don't really like using Ariba, to be honest. They prefer to just try and circumvent that person and use something else. But if you
Mm-hmm.
master how to use it, how to make it work for you, you can really become, very, very well respected. So I really want to understand
Mm-hmm.
its usage, how I can really benefit from it, and how I can work as an Ariba consultant for other companies as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks again today. Let's explore together. Hi, Nitin. Good morning. Am I audible, Nitin? Nitin Sharma. Hello. Hi, Nitin. Am I audible? Okay. Let's go to Jyoti. Yeah, hi, Jyoti. Am I audible? Jyoti and Nitin and everyone.
Yeah, yeah, you're audible.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, Manoj, sir, you're audible, but I think they are having
They
some
have
of
some,
in muted thing. That's fine, no problem.
maybe, no, maybe mic issues because even
But they can
Mamta
hear us
has.
because we got a message from Mamata
Yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah.
her lap is having some mic issue. Uh,
Yes.
he's coming from a design background and having no knowledge about SAP Ariba. Yeah, all right then.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah, we can start.
Okay. Okay, let's begin. So we all know Ariba is a cloud solution. Um, So in this cloud solution, why SAP had two types of, there are many procurement softwares they have, customer relationship, CRM module, and supplier relationship management, SRM module. and material management module. So yeah, hi Nitin, you've raised your hand.
Can you hear me, Manoj?
Yes, yes, yes. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, so I had some audio issue over here.
Yes,
So
yes.
just a quick introduction. I'm a SAP MMPP consultant with an overall experience of around 10 plus year.
Mm-hmm,
So the intention of learning Ariba is my company recently implemented Ariba.
mm-hmm,
So as a business process user, I know the functionalities of Ariba from front end. I wanted to understand full end-to-end flow with the back-end technicalities. So
mm-hmm,
yeah, that's the basic intention and learn full end-to-end Ariba. So in my company, basically we use P2P solutions like
mm-hmm,
buying and invoicing and SLP
mm-hmm.
and SCC module. These are the modules we are currently using. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you.
okay. Thanks, Nitin. Okay, so here we just need to understand why so many modules SAP are investing to develop, and so many modules they are keep on deprecating all the efforts whatever they have made. For example, SRM. So it was in the market so long time, so it is going to deprecate and retire. CRM also same, and SAP PI PO. So many modules were retiring one side. On the other side, few modules evolving like BTP, IBP, so business technology platform and integrational business planning. So including Ariba. Ariba is also since last 5 years, it is evolved uh, many features have been upgraded since 2012. So you all know, like 2014, 2012, in time period, SAP had acquired Ariba because SAP thought that time itself, uh, in next decade, the procurement will be in mostly Internet of Things. So they realized it. They acquired Ariba in that time. So exactly 10 years. So before 10 years itself, first half decade, in 2017-18, in the time itself, they started making more investments on the research and development of Ariba procurement software. That is one side. Why we need a cloud procurement solution and on-premise procurement solution? Because every company have two type of procurements. So wherever you works, so here, so you might have work in different background. So you may be IT or non-IT or supply chain or procurement. So every company you will have one infrastructure, IT services, facility management, and other type of procurement services will be there, including your security management, where in front of you if you are going, so the security services. So if the CCTV wherever it is installed, so that including end-to-end services or procurement. So none of the monies are coming without any accountability. So it will be accounted within the budget. So those types of procurements are handled in indirect procurement. If you are using if you are working in a manufacturing sector, so whatever they are going to sell, which they keep some margin, so they are all direct procurement. So SAP ERP helps to organize entire direct procurement, but Ariba helps to organize indirect procurement. This is the only reason we had both direct and indirect. Okay, so every customers, so in the market, like all the Fortune 500 companies or above for them also, they all have both the procurement softwares. So they are just investing on these softwares to streamline their procurement process. Um, so let's see what type of support Ariba gives. So if you think from the organizational perspective, they wanted to know what is Ariba. They wanted to know what is Ariba, so how it helps to me to streamline my procurement process, what cost or what improvements it is going to bring to my organization. This is how every manufacturing or other industries will think about it. Okay, so let's see some small introduction in the what is behind in this Ariba. Okay, so Ariba is a cloud solution. So if you have URL and if you have a PC with internet and if you have a user access for that respective URL, for you will be able to access everywhere in the world. Okay, that is Ariba cloud benefit. But SAP is not like that. The server and the application should be installed in your system, and then you should have to. So every client will not have a. They will not allow you to install their SAP application into your personal system mostly. Even my client, I'm using Windows application, which is a desktop, remote desktop only. So that is the difference between on-premise and on-cloud. So these are all the challenges in earlier 90s. So this is the reason Ariba, I mean the concept of Internet of Things, and so just to develop one small internet, I mean web portal to organize the spend. So this is where it evolved. So in 1996, Ariba had evolved. So exactly in first 10 years to 15 years, SAP had acquired it. So in late 2012 to 2015, so 2015 2016, within this 4 5 year itself, SAP started investing more on developing Ariba with the help of all the industrial experts. So Ariba is the main benefit of Ariba procurement software is all the industries. If you take Gulf region, oil and refineries, so they also can use to it. If you take it India, banking sectors, yes, they can also take into use to it. Or if you say India core sectors, mining, electricals, or aerospace, everywhere Ariba is operating. So this product is designed to utilize for all the uh, modules, like all the type of services. This is the only reason Ariba is now standing in a top position. So since all the companies are using, most of the companies are using, I mean 50% of the companies in the world, that to top, are using Ariba. That is the reason demand is there. Every demonstration. So in this 1 year, I have given more than 150 plus people live training, but multiply into four. So 600 peoples were in the demonstration in this 1 year. So all these 600 people, why they are coming for this demonstration? They wanted to know what is Ariba. My company is implementing Ariba. I wanted to know why. I mean, I wanted to know how to learn. Mostly SRM. All the SRM are moving into Ariba Cloud. So that is one reason. And they wanted to streamline their procurement process. So their net value got increased. We know in a normal human being, so once we move to one revenue to another revenue, we may try to exchange whatever we have, vehicles or houses. I mean, one point of stage. The same thing every organizations also does. Once their revenue got increased, they wanted to also increase their software values. So that is the reason. Um, so what are all the core modules we have in Ariba and how it supports? We have around 25 to 30 modules in the market, one by one. But what are the core modules which support? Let us see that. So here we have a upstream in the sense high level of decision making. Suppose I wanted to create one corporate office in India. Which location? Let's take Mumbai. So I wanted to take a corporate office in Mumbai and Mumbai metropolitan city, nearby anywhere. If I take So there will be a budget of 50 crore to 100 crore investment. So now I wanted to source the correct builders and I wanted to sign a contract for next 10 years to pay a rent. If they told me to leave within 1 year or 2 year, my business will get affected. So that is one big sourcing, to find one corporate office to build their infrastructure. So that is something high level decision making. So CFO and CEO or other financial head, sourcing head, procurement head will be involved to find the right builder, that is supplier, and for this high spend specific commodity to source them, and finally had a contract. So this supplier management and then sourcing to find them, and then the contract management. So these three are involved, whatever example I have given. So these three are in high level, which is in upstream module. And downstream module is just confirming, just creating one promissory note, which is a purchase order. And then once I receive the goods after a verification, I will process the payment by receiving their invoices. So just in downstream, only for buying, and I'm going to invoice, like invoice them or payment. So we have two type of user interface in downstream. So buying and invoicing and guided buying. In sourcing, SAP had introduced guided sourcing. So earlier it was classic sourcing. So classic sourcing is also going to retire in 2027. So they were planning for 2026 end. They told in 2025 May itself we were going to stop, but every customers are asking time. So they are going to end the support in 2025. This year the support will be ended. So 2026 is one more year time to transit from classic to guided sourcing. So these are all the modules. I mean, four core modules with different user interfaces. For Ariba upstream and downstream is a cloud solutions. Okay, so this is our main area of focus to learn in this session, and additionally, SAP Business Network. So SAP Business Network is something earlier it is known as Ariba Network. In 2022, SAP had make a changes in their name itself. They removed Ariba Network and then they have changed it to Business Network in 2023. So here the trading activity will happen, buyer network and supplier network. So till now, anybody have any questions before I go to next topic? Anybody have any doubts in this core modules?
No.
So it is clear, right? Okay.
Yes.
So here SAP Business Network, where all the buyers also will have a account, and also every suppliers are open to register to do their business, to get the opportunity and do the business, not directly do the business. So they will get an opportunity in Ariba network itself. Okay. So whatever I have shown, this upstream, downstream network are all cloud solutions. So that cloud solution is not a independent solution. It is dependent on any ERP applications. So if I wanted to integrate this ERP application, I need some integration tools. Okay. So for that, SAP had their own integration software, which is a cloud integration gateway. Now this CAG were replaced as managed gateway for spend and network 2 3 years before, but still they are developing more and making more simplified integrations. So BTP and IBP all evolving. Okay. After this, let's break down these modules one by one. Let's say I wanted to, this is one small business flow. Ariba supplier management and sourcing module integrated with SAP ERP. So the supplier life cycles and so how this supplier request registration, supplier qualification, and conducting a sourcing event and finalizing the right supplier and going for a PO creation within Ariba SLP module, Ariba sourcing module, and ERP side. So the execution of procurement activity will be in ERP side. This is one small process flow, how SLP sourcing integrated with SAP ERP. So whatever I said, the example, if I wanted to find a corporate office in the respective location, so which is my future plan next 10 years, so my investments and so and so. So we perform these two activities and then we will go for a contract creation, maybe in Ariba contract module or in ERP module. So here I gave this use case for ERP module. And what is contract management? So we all know contract is something uh, preparing a agreement and signing with them between buyers and sellers. But other than that, we have so many um, amendments will be there, and so many documents will be there, addendums will be there. So Ariba helps to store all the documents. So contract management is something kind of repository of storing all the contract documents in Ariba, and also it helps e-signature. So if you download your Aadhaar, just you will get digitally signed. Okay, if you purchase any online certificate, I mean certificates from government, Indian government itself. So any certificates, okay, so you will get a digitally signed one. So that e-signature feature is available everywhere in the world now in the market. So why can't they use it for B2B solutions? So the same e-signature facility available in Ariba contract management. So that helps to easily close the deal between buyers and sellers and amending their clauses, whatever clauses they have written as per the legal and also the business perspective. So this is something completely with these are all the cycle, some small steps of cycle I have given for a contract management. Okay. So after this contract management, this is P2P flow. Okay. In this P2P flow, just as I said earlier, buying and invoicing, just I had sourced the right source of supply and signed a contract. Now I can go for a procure to payment. So I can find the requisition and send for an approval. The approval is for budget checking. So once it is approved, the purchase order will be issued to a supplier. The same way, the purchase order will be integrated to ERP. As I told, like Ariba Cloud Solution need one ERP solution to process the payment. Ariba has capacity of payables, but customers will not use it for because of the security concern in the payment transactions. So payment will be always done by SAP. So to process the payment, all the copy of purchase order and copy of GR and copy of invoice should be created in SAP. So they do create some different document type for the respective Ariba PO and set up a integration. Then the payment will be processed. So this is simple high level buying and invoicing process flow. Okay. And after that, those four core modules are Ariba Cloud and SAP Business Network. If I consider only SAP Business Network to collaborate with ERP directly, so I don't want to go for Ariba SLP sourcing contract or buying and invoicing, but I wanted to use Ariba Network because in Ariba Network there are 6 million active suppliers or connected in that. So I can get more benefits from the suppliers, my point of view, because I am a buyer, for example, I wanted to source a supplier. How can I source? Based on the brand management, based on the brand, or based on the region, and based on the commodity, I Google, that's all. Or I will see some third party softwares or solutions. Or I will see my existing legacy supplier data, whatever they have sourced in last 4 5 years. So it is all old traditional. Now they wanted to see more outside, whichever they don't even know, which are connected. So that is something called the discovery, Ariba supplier discovery, which helps to source the suppliers who are already connected with the Ariba network. Okay. So for that, Ariba network helps. And if I wanted to do the same procurement activity with ERP to Ariba network, is a supply chain collaboration, commerce automation, quote automation, quality management, planning. So there are all the process, almost all the process will get integrated to Ariba network. Okay, this is high level process flow of Ariba network integrated with ERP. Okay. Um, okay. So this is for quote automation. So here, if you use SAP material management model, if you are using Fiori, so we perform this activity um, just to do the simple sourcing, which is only possible in SAP only for RFQ, not for all the integrations. And this is the Ariba network, which we have seen in the high level. So in this Ariba network, we have a buyer system as well as supplier system. I mean, buyer network and supplier network. So there they will maintain. So all the suppliers will have 100 plus customers. So every buyers will have 1,000 plus 10,000 plus vendors. So both of them will handle their trading activity. I mean the trading relationship within this business network. Okay. And this business network will get integrated to ERP, and also it will get synchronized to Ariba Cloud. Depends on the organizational business perspective. Okay. So let's take some small systematic approach how it works. This is interconnected, all the activities. So the business network and all the cloud solutions with the any third party ERP or SAP ERP or SAP S4 HANA. Okay. So it may be through B2B integration or CAG integrations and integrated to through cloud or directly to business network. So these all the systems are interconnected in this streamlined procurement process flow. Okay. So how on-premise and on-demand communicates, because on-premise will read the data in IDOC format. On demand, the cloud solution will read the data in XML language format. So they cannot communicate each other. There will be a medium tool. That medium tool is a CIG, Cloud Integration Gateway, or you can say managed gateway for spend and business network. So it is a pass through. So whatever you are using, either public cloud or a private cloud, so we have a integration tool which integrates the data to all the cloud solutions. Okay. And so once you have learned that, so you should be aware of it. These some business softwares which are using in the market, most widely used by the customers. So you know Snow tool, Jira, and SAP's own solution manager tool. Okay, these are all the business softwares. So here, how the products been implemented and how the same product been managed. So let us see. So here, once you have learned this, so you all wanted to learn because of to switch the career. So once we switch the career, what type of job or what type of responsibility I will get it. So either implementation project, which is a design, build,
Uh,
develop.
Sorry to interrupt you, Manoj sir. Apart from this one, we are also covering guided buying and guided buying is part of our thing. Guided sourcing is also there. And apart from this one, commerce automation and supply chain collaboration. If we have a separate slide for that one, just to
Yes,
have a quick
yes. This
this one,
is what I
especially for
have.
the guided buying.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, commerce automation. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So this, that's what, like, including com auto module and code automation also I will be sharing. Um, so because nowadays in the market, earlier they were using only cloud for to organize the procurement process. Nowadays, what happened? Like SAP MM and SAP Ariba kind of brothers. So whatever benefit of MM, they're acquiring it. Whatever benefit of an Ariba, they're acquiring it and let integrate and collaborate it. So like that, it is going on. That is the reason this supply chain collaborations and automations in the commerce. So these activities created. Okay. So here, um, two types of process. I said implementation or support role. So in the implementation, you will have many types of implementation, greenfield implementation, brownfield implementation, or bluefield implementation, or upgrade or rollout, whatever it may be. So every client will transit one or other time period. Okay. So for that, we will be deployed to support and design and perform the test and move one system to other system. That is implementation consultant role. And support role is something, once I deployed the product, there might be some changes in future. So those changes and regular maintenance, regular management of that, to run the business. So one support team will be there to support. Okay. After that, so this is the small process flow of design and build and integrate them, and then validate them, train them, and then we will request them to test. So these first three phases, functional unit testing in the design build time, and integration, system integration testing. So that time we will plan, prepare, execute, and close all the integrations. And after that, we train them and we ask stakeholders to test the system, whatever you have designed. So that is user acceptance testing, system integration testing, and functional unit testing. So these are all testing. So the first horizontal line is for designing, and second line is for testing, and then we deploy the product. Then we, these are all the phases: technical go live and business go live and hypercare. So these technical go live and deploy will be the cutover phase. Okay. So these are all the key inputs and activities and some artifacts that we are going to perform and work in 1 to 2 years of life cycle of one project, implementation project. Okay. So we may face some defects, we may face some bugs, and we execute all the test results, and we will create a test cases, test datas, and we keep document in Jira software or Snow software. Okay. And then this is some example of implementation plan. If I wanted to implement a product, so I will have to show the my master plan, which I wanted to implement to the client. So client should need to understand so that they'll also get ready. So from the kickoff phase, so when I am going to deploy. So those things I have to provide it to them. Okay. And what type of support activity we do? So that is one type of job. So you will be placed to implement. So you will interact with stakeholders to understand their key business, what is their business process, whatever they were using, which is as is process flow. I mean, which is their legacy or existing process flow, what they were following. So you have to understand their process flow and make those business requirement into Ariba standardized process that is recommended. So we will just try to fit to the standard process. If there is a requirement to make more customizations, there will be some gap between a standard process and their legacy process. So you need to identify that gap and perform the fit gap analysis and provide the fit gap resolution by customizing some features. Okay. So in support consultant activity, already it is structured and designed. You just have to support in the live environment. So you support them, fix them, operate them. Any requirement, we will improve them and we will again expand them to next level. Okay. So here support we might receive in an incident basis. So every small queries. Okay, so that is having some level, critical level, high level, moderate level, and low level. So everywhere we have a turnaround time and we have a KPIs. Based on that, we perform. So system administration, we monitor them and we always be available to check the performance of the systems and integrations. So all the interfaces, all the errors and follow-up activities we have to perform. And in the request and problem handlings, so what type of problems we are getting and new enhancements. uh, if any changes are required, we will take a new enhancement into a projects. Okay. um, so this is very high level uh, about Ariba process flow. So if you wanted to come into this Ariba uh, business process as a consultant, either it may be a implementation consultant or support consultant. So if you want to learn, so you should have to ask these questions because these questions are mandate. If you take any process, you ask these questions to your process also, you will get some more answers. So why we have Ariba? So who is going to use Ariba? So what is Ariba? So where and all it is going to be applicable? When to use? Because we don't use unnecessarily. Next year I'm going to conduct a Diwali event. This Diwali is done. So I don't need to source some Diwali gift this year itself. So when to use, where to use, and what is that purpose, and who is the stakeholders going to be used, why they wanted to make utilize this, and how it can be performed. So these all questions you should ask by yourself, so you will get key answers for that. um, so anybody have any questions till now?
Yeah, Manoj. So
Yes.
Amol this side. So Ariba solution is mainly using for indirect procurement or
Mainly specialized for indirect procurement, but
okay,
it can be used for direct also. But direct, the major support for direct procurement is So most likely, we will go for a indirect procurement only.
okay,
If
okay,
it is direct procurement, then that is something for supply chain collaboration.
okay.
Okay.
And we
So
are cover. Yeah, yeah, yes.
yes, we will be covering that also. Right now, I am supporting those type of project, so it will
Okay.
be covered. So you will not get SAP server because
Yeah,
here
yeah, that's
our
okay.
core module is cloud only. So
Mm-hmm.
here I will be explaining the supply chain collaboration process flow also.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
with the my live example, with whatever I have developed, on whatever I have worked. So this is my SAP system. So here you will get like for example, if I wanted to set up the output control from the SAP, so what type of output record I wanted to maintain in the purchase order or the invoice or the goods receipt. So uh, what are all the tables we are going to use? What type of
Okay.
outputs we were using? So all the basics I will be covering. So because Ariba integration is something different in the supply chain collaboration. Okay.
Okay.
Um, so these basics also, I mean, supply chain process flow and integrations. So if I talk about integrations, we have to do some SPRO configuration. Okay.
Okay.
So these SPRO configurations also be covered. So we had a CIG add-on. So if anybody works in SAP ERP, you can see that this node,
Mm.
if you're having this node, that means your system is having a CAG product installed. I
Okay.
mean, CAG add-on will be installed. If you just go and check it in your system,
Yeah. Yeah.
so you will be able to see that whether your basis had installed the products. So if you see the product installed products, you will be able to see the cloud integration S4 HANA.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Um, so that is with Ariba network, which is called supply chain collaboration.
Okay. And for this supply chain collaboration, do we have separate like login, or through the same login we can able to access Ariba like upstream, downstream?
Supply chain collaboration is something not like Ariba upstream downstream.
Okay.
So supply chain collaboration is something between ERP and Ariba network. Okay. I'll show you a small landscape of my project.
And to add that one, guys, um, this training is going to be based upon the project scenarios. Okay, we are not only going to pick up a scenarios for every concept, but also we are going to share with you all the documentations of those projects. Project documentations will be shared, so that, because you see, like, there are a lot of trainings going on in the market, but after you finish the training, you will be having a lot of gaps. After finishing going through the a typical training in SAP Ariba, if you're going to face an interview, then the challenges will come. You know the concept, you know the basic concepts only with the traditional training, but you are unable to answer your real time queries in the interview. So those type of gaps in this particular training provided by us will be filled up. Okay, so that you'll be very much aware of for which kind of documentations you are going to use, and how you are going to use actual implementation processes, what are the standard SAP processes you need to follow for the implementation. So you'll be very much aware of how to proceed with the interview in a real time, this one. So after this training, you'll be having a going to have an experience as a real time consultant. It's not like you are just known for the product awareness. It's a complete implementation knowledge also you are going to get it. Manoj sir, you are going to show the documentations also, right? What we are going to share with the participants.
Yes, 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 yes,
All the
yes.
sessions which we are conducting here are going to be recorded, and all the recordings will also be provided to you. We'll be providing in a drive all the set of recordings, and most importantly, all the project documentations and configuration documents also, which is being prepared specifically by Manu sir, and also SAP standard implementation documents also will be providing to you. So this is going to be worth a lot. Okay, and going forward, we'll be helping you out for the interview preparations and resume preparation and job support also. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Manoj sir, please carry on.
Yeah. So this is my small landscape, what in my one of the project where I worked. Okay. So here we know upstream and downstream we have an Ariba cloud, but my customer, they wanted only SLP and sourcing in upstream, which they wanted to streamline their sourcing activity and supplier management. After that, the contract management and PO will be executed in S4 system. So this purchase order will get integrated to Ariba network. So all the P2P flow will be in business network. So this is supply chain collaboration. So these two, S4 HANA to business network is supply chain collaboration. And upstream to this is SAP Ariba sourcing and SLP integrated with S4 HANA through CAG, cloud integration mapping. Okay, so this
Okay.
all depends on the business requirement. So here, whatever we are learning depends on the business requirement. You will apply them in the process level.
Okay.
Got it right. Every
Yeah, yeah.
project will not have a same character and same landscape. So every project depends on the scale of business and nature of business. So they will have a different landscape. This is one of the project landscape.
Okay.
And coming to this project documents, so I will be sharing all the documents in how do we administer the SAP, and how do we all the downstream documents. Suppose if I wanted to, how do I gather the business requirement? Okay, uh, to implement the procure to pay. So what type of questions I wanted to ask to the customers for the procure to pay. So we will have a standard workbook which I worked in my projects. So those are all my diaries. So which I carries for a next level of movement. So if I wanted to create a procurement, if I wanted to create a requisition, so I will have asked these questions to the users. Okay. Um, let's say whether all users to be allowed to create PR in your system. If not, please describe what type of user should be able to create. And do you intend to handle service spend also in Ariba? Yes or no? So questions to the customer. Customer in the sense client. Okay. Do you have a PR return process in your current ERP? Where the return process initiated in a new PR or in your ERP itself? So these type of questions for different process. And how do we configure the approval flow? So this is how we configure the approval flow. Okay. And then field customizations, and like this we will have a entire project documentations. Okay. Like all the questions, so you know how we ask a question from the client with the tier 1 tier 2 level of questions. Okay, so you will have ask a tier 1 tier 2, what is their need, and based on that, can we start build activities, or can we wait for it? So if it is tier 1, that means supplier, the stakeholder have to confirm whether they wanted to uh, start build or not. Post their confirmation only, I have to do the developmental activity, or I should have to wait. So to gather this requirement itself, we will take a 2 months to 3 month, which is a preparation phase. In this preparation phase only, we design the product simultaneously, and we will have so many interaction with the stakeholders to understand their requirement, and we document their requirement, and then we will get a sign off for a next level of preparation, which is build activity. Okay, so this is one example document of up downstream. Okay, so for example, master data objects. So we all know data are running the supply chain. Without data, it is zero. If it is supplier master or product master, anything. So who is owning which data? So currency, unit of measurement, users, commodity codes, and supplier managements, accounting data, organizational data. So where is the source and how it is being integrated? So these type of documents, I have around 60 plus documents. So every modules. This is for upstream. So all the upstream level of business process. If I wanted to go for a customizations. So how can I gather the custom datas? So for that we have a standard workbook. Okay, so we make this structure of a custom head and field data. So we will gather their custom data, and then we will ask SAP to customize. So like this, one side you have to know the standard process. On the other side, you have to uh, understand their process, and you need to do the documentation. So here we are not just only going to design, build, and move on. So whatever you have done, it need to be documented. So whatever you understand, this is one more example of functional design document. So what is the process scope from customer side? So what type of narratives they have given, you need to define it. And what is their objective? So business objective, and what expected benefit they are going to use it. And what is their business process requirement? So we use SIPOC methodologies. Okay. And then what solution designs we can offer them, and what are all the gaps we have, and gaps and gap resolutions we are going to give, and all the technical considerations. Okay. And implementation considerations. And if you have SOX regulations or any other regulatory uh, team, they will validate your design. Suddenly they will come and they will ask, give me a test scope of PR to GR. So you have to provide. So they will do the internal audit, kind of, that is SOX compliance. And then, so like this we will prepare. This is just for one example. So every organizations you have to document it, and you have to load it in Jira. And I hope you might aware of Zafile and all to prepare a test scripts and test cases. It will be also updated in Jira software. Okay. So this is something, types of documents where we use it. Additionally, we do have a standard ebook which is provided by SAP. Okay, so if you wanted to implement SLP, okay, you can refer this to understand and take a content from me, and from this content you can prepare your own document. So here the documentations will be with this content only. So if I wanted to explain supplier management solution portfolio to the customers, so I can refer this SAP content. So these SAP contents also will be provided. So like this, so only for SAP content, I have around 80 documents for buying and invoicing, cloud integration gateway, and then contract management, and S4 basics, sourcing and procurement, and SLP and sourcing. So in S4 we have 4 volumes, so we can refer it. This is not our core activity. We are not a consultant. So we refer this for supply chain collaboration basics. And contracts, we have some documents, and for CAG is the vast document. We will have around 8 volumes. Okay, so these types of documents will be shared. So you can refer this document anytime in your projects. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Any questions to ask? Anybody?
So Manoj, uh, like we handle changes with respect to TR in
Mm.
S4. So
Mhm.
in Ariba, how we handle these changes?
So we don't have a TRT code concepts and all. So the
Okay.
TRT code, basis, developer,
Mm.
FI, those things and all, here nothing. And we don't have a sandbox quality environment and also. We have
Okay.
only, that concept is because this is cloud. We
Mm.
call them as a test site and production site, test realm and production realm. So our developers are SAP only. We are not authorized to custom any objects, and any movements It should be either done by SAP or it should be done by consultant. So no transport, no change request. So we don't have this charm tool and all to do here. This is something we have as per the process. Different movement will be there. If I wanted to deploy the parameter from test to prod, that
Mm.
is one different area. If I want to deploy the template from test to prod, that is different method. If I want to deploy all the configurations during cutover activity, some will be automatic, some will be manual. So no transport movement, no SAP note, no developmental team. So Ariba consultant, that is the only reason of demand in Ariba. You all know can work EWM, and EWM can support PP, and PP can work on SD also. So this is in on-premise side. So the demand will get reduced, but you will get, but demand get reduced, competition will get increased. But in Ariba, it is core Ariba. So, so as you said, it is like if you are a SAP consultant, you will definitely feel as a fresher in Ariba side.
Yeah.
That is the reason demand in the market. That is the only prime reason.
Okay. So after this training, can I work independently, like on Ariba?
Yes, if you follow all
Yeah.
and if you practice all, you will be able to work independently.
For sure, Amol, because this intention of this, the goal of this training is that only to make every participant to work independently on their own on all the modules. Because you see, we are providing almost 45 to 50 hours of training, which is going to be in detail from the basic till advanced level. Okay, and we are making every. This is not going to be an end user kind of training. Okay, it's a consultant level training where you'll be able to understand, you can configure, you can understand the business requirements, and also you can translate those business requirements into Ariba configurations. First thing is like you need to have a clear understanding of the tool first. What are the capabilities,
Mm.
how it works, everything. And you should have a clear understanding about the business. And if you're an consultant, we always say like unlearn first to get a good understanding of SAP Ariba, because most of consultants, what they do is like they'll try to correlate the activities with Ariba, but in most
Mm-hmm.
of the cases these two things are little different. Okay,
Yes.
if yeah, there are a lot of capabilities which can be done in ERP solution, but SAP Ariba is not part of an ERP. It's an independent procurement tool. So there are a lot of things, and there is a myth in the market. Everybody will say, no, 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 you should have a understanding or knowledge, then only you can learn SAP Ariba. No such thing is there. Okay, if you are not aware of at all, easily you can learn SAP Ariba. But if you are having understanding, then it's going to be an added advantage while you are doing the integration aspects. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, most welcome, sir. Is there anyone
And
else questions?
Hello, Manoj and Anuj. I need some information about background of this Ariba. We know that, as an SAP consultant, we know the different operations or the functionalities that it provides. But then why should a customer go for Ariba?
yeah, good question. Thanks. Can gather the documents of business partners? I mean, suppliers. I wanted to qualify the supplier, so I wanted to gather the MSME certificates. Can send the invite to supplier from on-premise to supplier, all the proposals? So, any guys, is it possible from side rather
Mm-hmm.
than
Yeah.
just only creating business partner? Okay.
Mhm.
Can you make on live bidding, live auction? I wanted to run a live auction in e-auction. Can you able to conduct sourcing other than just sending RFQ in
No, we can send just RFQ, and
except
we have to
RFQ?
enter quotation manually only.
That is RFQ, manual
Mm-hmm.
activities.
Yes.
Can you make live bidding, bid consolidation?
No, we can't.
Okay. So these are all drawback in MM. The same way, Ariba also has a drawback. So both are combined and used. That is what I have shown in this landscape clearly. SAP, MM, and Ariba are brothers, and they are not different owners. So both are SAP product. So the same question have been asked by SAP R&D itself. So SAP, you all know, it's like 30 years, more than 30 years, they are surviving in the market in the top position. So they would have realized that why I wanted to go to invest on Ariba. So that's why. So for example, in my company, the registration, qualification, and the approval workflow and sourcing event, RFQ, RFI, auction, these are all benefit in Ariba. That is the reason I'm purchasing Ariba Cloud. I know MM side, MRP planning, MMSD integration, FI integration, PPPM integration, easy to handle. So I'm using HANA. So like this, every organization, they will have their own understanding which module I can use it for to organize the business process. So here the background is very simple. They wanted to run their procurement spend effectively, efficiently. Whatever tool supports, I will go for it.
Yeah.
Either
To add,
MM or Ariba.
yeah, to add more things on that question, Manu sir.
Yeah.
You see, like Ariba is a cloud solution, okay, and there is a lot of difference between on-premise and cloud solutions. So for on-premise solution, there is always a high cost involved. So you need to have a system configurations, and you need to have a physical servers running on. So it's a very high cost. Another thing here is like you need to have the resources to manage that one also. So it's a lot of cost involved. When a company is using any procurement solution, MM is going to be only procurement processes or only procurement solutions. MM is going to be a costly affair here. Okay, that's only the reason people are going for the cloud solution. Okay, for cloud, there is no need of any extra overheads over there. Like no need to have a servers, no need to have the resources to maintain the servers. And here in SAP Ariba, the licensing is also very simplified over here. The reason is like if somebody wants to go only for SLP process, SLP module, so they can opt for the licensing for SLP module only. If somebody wants to deploy only upstream, so they can go for upstream only. Because you see, SAP is having different products for the same solution. If you are talking about procurement, procurement can be done in SRM also, okay, supply relationship management, which SAP has totally stopped the support right now. SRM is one of the product, SAP Ariba is one of the product, and SAP S4 HANA sourcing and procurement is there, and the cloud version is also there here. So almost 4 to 5 products supporting the same procurement process. But SAP is seriously making Ariba as the sole procurement tool going forward. And there's a lot of R&D is going here. They are uh, doing a lot of implementations for AI based solutions as well. Now BTP is also getting integrated with SAP Ariba. So they want this SAP Ariba to be a sole procurement solution, and going forward for the next 10 to 15 years, SAP Ariba is always going to be in demand. Am I right, Manoj? And the another thing here is like SAP Ariba is having a Ariba network where almost 6 million suppliers are already onboarded. So you no need to go and look for the suppliers individually. So it's a huge network worldwide. So no other competitor is having 6 million over supplier, and these suppliers are keep on adding every year. Okay, so it's a huge network, so easy to find the suppliers also. These features are nowhere available in any other ERP solutions, neither in MM or any other non-SAP ERP solutions also. These features are available. Correct me if I'm wrong, no sir.
Yeah, exactly, you're correct. So here, um, we all know B2C Amazon. So how it operates. So Amazon is not asking any sellers to come and join with me and share your product and your prices and all, right? So if you are capable to produce some small craft also, you can post it in Amazon, become a merchandiser. and Amazon is not teaching anyone to use my product, to view my catalogs, and go for a procurement buying activity. So this is all non-procurement professionals are doing procurement activity by not realizing that is procurement. The same Ariba is a B2C platform. Sorry, Amazon is a B2C platform, and Ariba is a B2B platform. So this is business to business, which is Ariba supports the indirect spend activities. And Amazon is business to customer e-commerce tool where sellers and buyers are trading in Amazon applications or web portal. So what benefit Amazon is getting? They will get some cost from the buyer. If I purchase something, I'll get some additional cost. It may be transportation or order or tracking, whatever it may be. And from the seller side also, they will get some cost. If I'm using Amazon as a platform to sell my product, so I may have to pay some 1% or 0.5% to them, which is very least for me. But because of the volume of merchandisers, they'll get huge benefit. The same concept applied in Ariba. So if I'm like, let's say I'm a Ford Motors or Tata Motors, I wanted to use uh, Ariba. I will pay licensing cost and I will purchase Ariba product. So supplier side, if I wanted to use Ariba, so I will be free in the beginning. So if I get benefited from Ariba, like 50,000 USD in 1 year, then they will ask 0.5% of 50,000. So like this, Ariba operating, it will operate like this. So the demand will be huge. Uh, like we never realized, like in 2025, from 2012, like from in this 13 years of Ariba with SAP, we never realized SRM is going to deprecate, PIPO is going to deprecate, CRM is going to deprecate, and all. Okay, so these are all SAP plan. So if you read through the SAP news, so you will easily capture it. This is what in the market future. So if you know Gartner report in 2024, they had done some survey around worldwide with the Fortune 500 companies and other companies, where they are all using Ariba as a premium product to manage their procurement activities, especially for indirect spend.
Manoj, one question. You just said that, because of Ariba, now CRM or SRM, they will be deprecated or, decommissioned going forward.
Yes.
So, is there a plan from SAP, or, um, or it will just happen?
Sorry, come again. SAP in the sense? No, it is a plan. Yeah, they can't compete with each other, right? Others outside, if you see the competitor, Oracle Cloud Fusion,
Mm-hmm.
Oracle PeopleSoft, and Coupa, Ivalua, Jagger, Workday, there are many competitors are there. How
Mm-hmm.
can I fight with them with my old weapon? I need to uh, m- upgrade, right?
Right.
So
Then
if
how
I
different?
wanted to compete and sustain, then obviously I don't have other option. I need to retire some old tool and develop my new tool.
Okay. I just
This
want to know
is
how different is SRM to Ariba?
SRM is a on-premise.
Oh.
SRM, so they don't want to, already MM is there and
Mm-hmm.
SRM helped the procurement process, but it is, they feel it is not required. So from past 3 years, they are requesting all the customer to my transit to Ariba.
Okay.
And SRM is very technical. Actually, indeed, SRM was developed back in 2008 or 2009 in
Mm-hmm.
India only, in Bangalore, SAP Labs
Okay.
Bangalore. Okay, it's
Okay.
very technical. For end users, especially, there are a lot of issues they are facing. Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
product should be very easy to use, easy to be adopted, because you see
Mm-hmm.
most of the SAP implementation got failure due to the adaptability issues, because end
Mm-hmm.
users, if the end users are not easy to use the product, then eventually it's not going to be a success for the things, right?
Mm-hmm.
How good
Correct.
you deploy it, but end users are not entering the data properly, they don't know the process, and it's very technical, the implementation is going to be the big failure. So these things happen in SRM. So they have identified those issues, and they come up with a very easy product, which is a cloud based. You no need to remember the T codes. You no need to, you know, understand the
Mm-hmm.
complex processes for this one. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a simple a web based product, and that's a
Okay.
very good success for this right now.
Okay. So, one more question, because I know I've been working on Vim as well. Okay. So there, although Vim, the backend configurations is still all in S/4HANA. So even for Ariba, the connections or the interface, it does. Do we have configurations in the backend S/4HANA, or it's totally separate?
We have a connections. That is what I have shown.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a CAG add-on. So I
Yes.
hope you have
Okay.
seen this screen. So this product is installed in S4 on-premise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So we do have a integration configuration
Mm-hmm.
uh, to integrate with invoicing management and all. Okay. So
Okay.
even I am using Vim product. We have separate team for that. So what all the interfaces are required? So we all using open text, right? Vim open text.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, how the invoices are integrated to S4, and from S4, how the invoices been integrated to Vim. If I show you the small document for invoice integration,
Mm-hmm.
um, you will get
Even from Ariba, or
yes.
the invoices come through Vim and gets posted in SAP, and then it updates back the status.
Okay.
So all that integrations, the configurations is still in the backend.
Yes. No, that's what. There will be a big activities are
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, this is not our scope, but
Mm-hmm.
our team had worked this. So we
Yeah.
prepared this document. So there will be a technical logics. So to
Mm-hmm.
receive the invoice detail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we do have a Vim open text interfaces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this one is not required, but still our team worked. So I have gathered this document.
Yeah. Okay. That's beautiful.
So these are all I think Vim transactions. So here I
Mm-hmm.
work only for invoice enablement. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these communications, everything between CAG and S4 configurations. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So here we are not a technical consultant. Okay.
Okay.
We should have a knowledge on technical side. Uh, but here I will be teaching everything as a techno-functional perspective because I am working
Mm-hmm.
as a techno-functional consultant. So
Okay.
I'll be sharing my knowledge. So I'll make you to understand why we wanted to use this product. So all the questions which I've asked in the last slide. So you should
Mm-hmm.
understand this from the product itself, not the process. Why
Okay.
Ariba? Who is going to use Ariba? What is Ariba? Where and all this Ariba can be supportive? When can we go for it? If I'm having only 1 lakh revenue in a year, can I go and spend 1 crore to buy Ariba? So at what stage I can move on Ariba?
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm having only 1 lakh spend in a year, I can manage it in my diary itself. Why I wanted to use cloud application? If I have 1 million USD per month spend,
Mm-hmm.
I can go for Ariba. If I go thousands of millions of a transaction in a year, obviously I have to go to Ariba. That time when my net worth is increased, I should increase my software's, I mean, the premium kind of. All oil industries are using SAP. Most of the
Yes.
Fortune companies are using SAP product. Why they are using SAP? Because they wanted keep system secure, which is high class, high level.
Mm-hmm.
So those SAP customers wanted to move on Ariba only. They'll not go for Coupa and all
Mm-hmm.
because they trusted on SAP. SAP software Ariba means they will not bother.
Mm-hmm.
Even you might have experienced as a normal non-procurement profession, if you like some brand, you will not bother about their quality also. That is a trust, right? To purchase
Mm-hmm.
that specific brand.
Okay.
This
One more
is
question. When we talk about product,
mhm.
let's take an example of Vim. Vim can be purchased as a product separately from OpenText, or it can also be purchased by SAP, right?
They will have an agreement. They will have a tie-up. It is not their own software, right?
Yeah,
OpenText is third-party solution.
yeah, it's a third party session. So is Ariba, if let's say as a customer, I want to go for Ariba. So how is this purchase? Is it an SAP product that I'll purchase?
Yes, Ariba is its own SAP software.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so you can directly go to SAP help document. I mean
Mm-hmm.
SAP.com. If you go there, you can
Mm-hmm.
request for a demo. SAP R&D team, I mean SAP business development team will approach you. They
Mm-hmm.
will provide you the demo and benefits, and they will show the person who will be able to implement this product. SAP, like all the tier one, tier two sectors are all connected with SAP to get some services.
Okay, got it.
That's how I'm here. That's how everybody is here to implement the product and supporting in some service-based sectors. And somewhere product-based also we will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and in addition to that one, whenever the SAP Ariba team is approaching to any client who is interested in implementation, they will understand their business. They will sell the licensing based upon the requirements. For example, somebody is only required to use upstream, so there is a separate license for upstream only. Okay, and if somebody wants to implement complete end to end based upon their business understanding, they will suggest the solutions to them. And
Mm-hmm.
since they don't have any implementation partners, SAP is tie up with a lot of implementation partners like Capgemini is there, Accenture is
Mm-hmm.
there. There are a lot of service based industries. So IBM is there. So these are the implementation partners. So
Mm-hmm.
based upon their locations, based upon the their feasibility, and based upon the costing, they will refer different implementation partners. Now the implementation partners will come into the picture, and they will understand the business process and implement SAP Ariba based on their requirements. Okay, we as the SAP Ariba consultants mostly will be working with the service-based companies. Okay, and there are certain openings in the product-based companies also, because some of the product-based companies, they don't want to go with the implementation partners. They want to have their own team. That's a costly affair again. And eventually, sometimes what happens means after implementation also, there will be 6 months of hypercare support, and they'll be transferring all the components to the uh, client. So there should be at least one or two Ariba consultants who can handle the further support system for SAP Ariba implemented project. So for that, there are a lot of openings actually for SAP Ariba in the with the implementation partners or with the clients also. In terms of openings, if you're talking, people are getting at least 2 to 3 calls per week in this market scenario, I'm saying. And going
Mm-hmm.
forward, definitely there's going to be a lot of more openings coming up. Now, due to geopolitical situations, so, economy is little stagnated. But as the economy is getting open, definitely there's going to be huge demand for SAP Ariba. Yeah, thank you. Guys, is there any more questions? Please ask. Hello.
So, Raj, what will be the session timing?
Sessions are going to be in the morning itself, 7:30 to 9:30, or sometimes it may go till 10 also, only on the weekends,
Okay.
Saturdays and Sundays. Uh, and uh, Invite will be sent to you, and the recordings will be provided for every session. They'll be we are going to record the sessions, so the recordings will be provided on Monday. By Monday afternoon,
Okay.
you'll get the recordings to this one, and we'll be also providing the server access. Okay, So Manoj sir was showing the server access just now,
Yes.
and this server
So
access will be
this
given to you
is
for 2 months.
yeah. So this is our Ariba cloud server. Okay. So here, so we will have like single sign-on. So we have to input the password. Okay, it will be a dynamic OTP. So this server will be provided. So once you logged in, so you will be able to access all the Ariba cloud solution. So this is the practice system URL. So all the four modules, upstream and downstream, will be in this URL. So this is Ariba cloud. In this Ariba cloud, supplier management, suppliers, and then sourcing and procurement. Okay, so these are all maintained here. So sourcing, contract, procurement, and product sourcing, and supplier risk, and guided sourcing, catalog management. We have this is test real. So as I said, we don't have sandbox quality kind of environment and no server based and all. So this is test realm, and we will have a realm ID, and this is for upstream. And for downstream, we have to go to another site through this site navigator. So if I go to downstream, this is child site, all the P2P functionality, catalog management, and approval flow configurations. So everything will be maintained in this cloud. So this cloud is something, whatever I have mentioned in the initial slide. I mean, this one. So these Ariba upstream and downstream will be this URL, whatever I have shown. And for buyer network, we have separate URL, which is buyer.ariba.com. And for the supplier network, we have separate URL, which is supplier.ariba.com. So both you will be able to see in service.ariba.com. So this is SAP Business Network. In this SAP Business Network, we have a buyer network and we have a supplier network. So where buyers and suppliers do their business activities. So this slide explains this business network, which is buyer network and supplier network. So this one. So this is a business network for buyer system and supplier system. So this business network is service.ariba.com, where you will have buyer login and supplier login. So this access, buyer access will be provided to you. I mean in the system. Supplier is open to connect. Even you can directly register a supplier sign in. You can directly go to register new.
Mm.
So or you want to new to SAP network, you can register now itself. So you will get it. And you will not get it register option and all in the buyer sign in because it will be provided by SAP. Okay. So you
Manoj,
can
one
see,
question.
yeah.
Yeah, when we went to the network site, you had two, options, buyer and supplier, right? So is
Mhm.
this role based in SAP?
Sorry, come again. Your voice too low.
Yeah. So we did see two options, right? Buyer and supplier. So
Hmm.
you said that buyer is SAP provided, whereas supplier is open network, right? Anybody
Yes,
can go and
yes,
register over there. So is
yes.
this role based? I mean, is this again configured in the backend through roles, or how is it?
Buyer's side, it is roles based.
Mm-hmm.
Suppliers are they will have their own sign in, right? So they will directly
Okay.
sign in. For
Okay.
example, here if I wanted to sign in as a supplier, I can sign in as a supplier.
Okay. So this
So this
again
is yes,
will be registered in the backend, is it? Even the suppliers?
yes. Suppliers should be connected, right? 6 million
Okay.
suppliers are available in the network. So which supplier
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to use?
Okay. And this supplier is not uh, supplier master or vendor master.
No, no. For example, this is a supplier. I am available in supplier network.
Okay.
Okay. So if I want this supplier, I should get connected from the buyer network. So this is what this slide explains. So here suppliers will be there, 6 million
Mm-hmm.
suppliers are there, but
Mm-hmm.
I needed only 10,000 supplier for my requirement. So those
Mm-hmm.
10,000 suppliers should get connected with me.
Okay.
You got it right. So
Mm-hmm.
this understandings and all I will give you in the sessions to
Okay.
make you more in depth each and every product.
Okay.
So whatever I have given in the demo, the same I will take it in the session with a brief explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Because here people will be they don't know some basics also, they don't be already worked as a user, and they might be not even worked as a consultant or buyer, so they'll be in a different background. So for everyone I will always try to give from the scratch.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So these are all the system we are going to use, network and upstream and downstream, and the last tool is CAG, so which is CAG Cloud, is an integration software where we can not we technical team will configure the CAG tool. So I will help you to make you understand the background of CAG. Okay, because it is purely one person activity and one time activity. So technical person will manage all these integrations. So how we work on this, and how do we monitor, how do we troubleshoot, and how do we establish, so those things and all I will be explaining. Yes, any other questions, others? Am I audible,
Yes,
everybody?
sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You are audible.
Yes.
Sindhuja, you have anything to ask? Because yesterday we had a talk, right? So you
Uh,
are asking a few questions. You can open, yes. So there is no.
Nothing as of now.
Okay, 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 Sindhuja. No problem. Okay. So we want the sessions to be very interactive, not only in the demo but also in the actual sessions also. So every question of yours will be answered in a very explanatory way here. We want you to get 100% benefit out of this training. Okay, there is nothing like we are going to skip, and the answers will be with the right information. Sometimes there is tendency for a lot of other training people, like they will try to cover it up. It's not going to happen here. You'll get the uh, very accurate information over here. If we don't know something which is beyond our scope or something, we'll say okay, we don't have this understanding right now, but we'll find the solution and give the answer for that one, but it will happen very rarely. Okay, so the sessions are going to be very much interactive, and the participants here are also going to be from the relevant background. We are not going to take any freshers here. Okay, freshers in the sense like those who are not aware of any processes, or at least they don't know any procurement background, from the procurement background, or they didn't work in any SAP tool or any other ERP solutions. So freshers like college pass out graduates and all those things, we are not going to take in this training. Only the experienced participants going to be the part of the training. So the questions which will be asked by them are going to be very much relevant, and it's going to be very healthy and knowledgeable discussion in the sessions itself going forward. Okay, so if
Uh,
nobody is having any, yeah, please go ahead,
One
ask the
question.
question.
So you're saying that you're going to have sessions. So what is the total time horizon that you're looking?
So it's approximately, as I told you, 45 to 50 hours, depending
Okay.
upon the question answers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We have divided into 45 to 50 hours of training. Okay,
Okay.
so all the topics, all the contents which we are, I think most of you have already got the contents, right? If you haven't get the contents, definitely you are going to send the contents, or you can still visit our portal where you'll have a clear explanation what are the topics we are covering. We are covering all the topics. Okay, briefly I say: SLP, sourcing, SSC, supply chain collaboration, commerce automation, then downstream complete contracts, whole P2P processes, BNI, everything we are going to cover, and also guided buying and guided sourcing will also be part of this one. Okay, complete
Okay.
360 degrees of SAP Ariba will be covered over here with a proper project-based scenarios. So this is going to be approximately 8 to 10 weekends. Okay, weekends program. This is going to be 8 to 10 weekends. So approximately 2 months it will take to finish the course,
Okay.
because the sessions only going to be on the weekends, and every week we are covering approximately around 6 hours tentatively. I can say 6 to 7 hours.
Okay.
And from when you are planning to start this session, Sash?
We are going.
Next weekend or?
Next weekend is going to be the first session, but before that, the
Mm-hmm,
enrollment slots are open. So those who are interested, they can immediately do the enrollment, so that we can
yeah.
do the basic processes. Like a few recordings will also be shared, the previous batch recordings, so that you'll be getting ready to start with a good note. Okay, about the server access will be given for 2 months. So whichever the accesses just now Manoj sir has shown, so those accesses, those portal accesses, there will be three things will be shared, three different URLs will be shared. One is spend management, another is guided buying, a different URL, and Ariba network, of course, that is there. So three portals URLs will be shared with you, and this is going to be for valid for 2 months. And another question most of the people ask: can I start immediately? So it's your wish, like if you want to keep a hold on that access, like after 2 weeks you want to start, or after 1 week you want to start your access, or after 3 weeks you want to start your access. It's your choice. So whenever you say, okay, I need the access now, from that time onwards it will be given for 2 months. It's not mandatory, like once you do the enrollment immediately you have to start the access, because it's a limited access, right? 2 months only. And in case
And
after that 2 months access exhausted, then if you want to renew the access, that is going to be pay per month basis, that you can connect with our sales team. They'll be giving you the prices for that, but 2 months is part of this package.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Amol. Is there anybody else, any sort of questions relevant with the subject or administration process or enrollment? For the enrollment, you can connect with our team, so they'll be helping you out for the enrollment process. And another thing I want to say you is, like, we do have also EMI schemes as well. Okay, 6 months or 9 months installment, zero cost, no cost EMI, you can avail that one also. Yeah, so with that option also we came up with. Yeah. All right, then. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your time. If you don't have any questions, so we can wind up the session for the day. And today's recordings will be shared with every one of you. Okay.
Great.
And thank you so much. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
your patience and time.
Thanks so much.
It was
Thank
such
you.
a discussion.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Manoj, sir, for your
Thank
patience.
you.
Yeah. And knowledge sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.